Hey everybody, welcome to last week of the course here, week 5. And unfortunately, I won't have any of you next term. I'm doing all MBA courses next term, next Monday here. But so this is our last week. Got some scenery here, but my topic, real quick, short topic, is know thy comfort zone or know thyself. And because I've been kind of focusing on these videos every week on things like proficiency, knowing yourself, self-reflection, and I come up with these topics based on my interaction with students because I sometimes I know of things that are going on in personal lives, and so sometimes these videos may not apply to you individually, but maybe you can pick up something that you can share with somebody in the future. But anyway, so we've been talking about these different topics here, and of course it is about focusing on you, and you focusing on yourself, of course. And there's this thing about the comfort zone. There's this saying here about life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And so, knowing yourself is part of knowing, where your comfort zone is, what you're comfortable at. And, but it's not just about yourself, knowing yourself. It's also about your environment. We all have different environments. Through our lifetimes, I could probably have more that I've gone through than most of you. So, from that experience level, there's different things we have to look at. And one of the things you got to ask yourself is your environment toxic? Is it negative, depressing, and just holding you back? Um, there's lots of things, lots of obstacles in life. It could be a bad boss, friends, family, other things going on, just circumstances. There's all these things that can negatively impact, someone's life. Or it could be just you. So it depends on the situation. We have a tendency to want to blame others sometimes for our own doings. And, so the question you have to ask, are you the one holding yourself back, or is there something else holding yourself back? And, sometimes people are trying to help, and we just don't see it. You know, uh, especially when you're younger, and I'm also guilty of it. You have a boss or somebody in a leadership position over you, and you know, you don't like them for whatever the reason because they're yelling at you or they're always on you trying to get to do something. This could also be a family member or whatever. And then maybe later on you realize, well, they were actually trying to help you. They were trying to push you out of that so-called comfort zone because you got complacent or whatever the case is, but you don't want to listen to them. And so that's just one example of, because I know like in the Army, when I was younger in the Army, you had the sergeants yelling at you and things like that. But most of the time, their intentions were good, and you just don't necessarily realize it until later on. So that's my point. But whatever it is in your situation, transitioning, excuse me, transitioning out of your comfort zone is that next step regardless of what's holding you back, whether it's yourself or something else. Getting out of your comfort zone, getting, moving forward. There's this Steve Harvey. You can look at the bottom of the screen here and look it up on YouTube. A very good get out of your comfort zone movie. Sorry, video. So there it is at the bottom of the screen if you want to look at that. But anyway, to move out of your comfort zone, you can only grow if you're willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. All right. So if you're not feeling comfortable doing it, then that's good. Uh, again, life begins, at the beginning, you start the race or whatever the thing is. You finish it. You gotta go and finish it, and then just you also have to enjoy doing it. And I mentioned this in some other videos about, you gotta love what you're doing, and not it's not just a job or something. Whatever it is you're doing in life, you gotta love what you're doing, and going after a college degree is part of that comfort zone thing, but also moving forward to something else in your life down the road. So, all right, so that is this part. Okay, let me get out of here. So we're in our last week. Last week we got 3 chapters. Chapter 13 is about entering foreign markets. 14 is about import, export, counter trade, things like that, and global reduction, supply chain management. And so again, we are in a global environment anymore, business and so forth. There's always things in the news about tariffs and China and this, that, and the other. But the bottom line is we are in a world economy, and some people still think, you know, jobs in the U.S. are good, but the import export business supports jobs in the U.S. too. So I mean, so that's where we have to. There's also costs and things like that. So, but anyway, that's what those chapters are about. And this last week here, of course, you still got. Let's get down here. You still got the discussion. Just keep, like you've been doing. Those of you that are in there, make sure we're getting in there Wednesday so everybody has a chance to reply. You got your quiz and your paper, so make sure you've been working on the paper. Um, all righty, there you got, everything's in there. If you got any questions, let me know. Just don't wait till Sunday to let me know. All right. So with that, I'm gonna let you go. I got a test question here. This one, actually, this ain't a test question because this is actually a 4-year-old leaving. I'm picking him up from preschool, so that's one of his teachers. And then this can be the test question. What is he doing? After we got out of preschool, we came home, and what did we do? So there you go. And with that, I'll let you go. Have a great week. And if you got any questions or anything, just get in touch. And that'll do it. Take care, everybody.